Today's video has been sponsored by Helix Sleep. Now I know you guys used to make fun of me all the time for doing videos on the same foods, the pizzas, brownies, mac and cheese, but they're foods I like to eat, and they also bring in the views, and it's been almost a year and a half since the last one, so today we're diving back into the wonderful world of mac and cheeses. Upgrades and hacks, to be more specific, starting with this classic Kraft Dinner Blue Box upgrade, before doing a 180 over to these Doritos fried mac and cheeses, and then finishing with possibly the most delicious thing I've ever seen in my entire life, the mega viral jerk chicken mac and cheese. You can probably all guess which one I'm most excited for, but let's get right into this one. Some may argue that this video was just an excuse to make that last one that chicken looks to die for. But it's also a good opportunity to help you guys up your sleep game with the help of my friends over at Helix Sleep. Helix makes premium mattresses and bedding that are customized to fit your needs and are shipped directly to your door. Helix knows that everybody's body type and sleep preferences are different, so that's why they developed their very own sleep quiz to match you up perfectly with something from their incredible lineup of mattress offerings and check every one of your boxes. You guys may remember that I myself took their sleep quiz, and because I'm a back sleeper and I like a medium to firm mattress, they hooked me up with this guy, and from that day forward, I haven't been able to stop raving about this damn mattress. I've talked my family and my friends into getting their own. If you sleep with a partner, you can take the quiz together and find something that's the perfect compromise for the both of you. And my favorite part is that anywhere in the US, you can get your mattress delivered right to your door for free. It came rolled up in a box and could not have been easier to set up myself. And unlike some other brands, Helix mattresses don't contain any fiberglass, which could possibly be harmful to your health. Of course, we can't forget about Helix's 100-night sleep trial, so if it makes you nervous to buy something you haven't tried yet, you have over 3 months to test it out for yourself. They also offer a 10-year warranty, financing options, and a flexible payment plan, so a great night's sleep is never that far away. And right now could not be a better time to click the link in the top line of the description and go to helixsleep.com/David Seymour because the Labor Day sale is active. You can get 25% off of your Helix mattress plus 2 free pillows. We will be starting with a new twist on the classic Kraft mac and cheese. I grabbed some milk and cheddar, 2 boxes of Kraft and water, some butter, and some salt and pepper. First of all, I just need to take a minute to shout out the original creator of this, whomever it might be, because I couldn't find them. I can't remember a recipe where every subsequent video testing out that recipe racks in millions of views in their own right. The one I've been showing you has 18 million, there's ones with 5 million, 6. So they kind of made it impossible to track down the original one, but if you do know, let me know in the comments, because also, this idea is genius. I don't even need to taste this to know it's going to slap, because utilizing all that good starchy water to up the sauciness, adding some salt and pepper, that extra shredded up cheddar cheese, like there's no way this is gonna be bad. Unless of course, you're one of those people that I've seen put ketchup on this at the end, in which case you can ruin this whole thing with such an abominable choice. You people disgust me. But once you've got all your ingredients thrown in the pot, brought to a boil, and then reduced to a simmer until your pasta was cooked through, you're pretty much done. This only takes a few extra minutes versus the standard preparation, so let's give it a taste. I'll admit it looked a lot better in the pan. This kind of just looks like the normal box with a little pepper on it now. It is better, for sure, but not really as much as I was expecting it to be. I thought it would be even closer to like a fully homemade mac and cheese. It's not. You can very much still tell this came out of a standard box. And I'm a little upset that the extra sauciness got absorbed by all the noodles. That was kind of the best looking part of this, and it's about the same wet dryness as the box too. It's a little bit healthier than the normal preparation. We use a little less butter than the box tells you to use, and it only takes an extra 5 to 10 minutes, so give it a shot one day if you're curious, but should you drop everything right now and go make it? No. For the next course today, we are apparently dying and waking up in 2015 because we will be making some Doritos fried mac and cheese. I grabbed some Doritos and flour, whole milk and elbow macaroni, water and butter, devil cream and cheddar cheese, a couple of eggs, and salt and pepper. I was gonna wait, or just try not to bring this up at all, but I can't help myself. We all know this isn't gonna taste like Doritos. I've said it a million times. There have been countless examples of recipes that go viral because they crush up some kind of chip, whether that's a Cheeto, a Dorito, a Taki. They coat something in it and then fry it. In my experience, once you do that, it completely loses its flavor. It tastes nothing like the original chip. I don't know what happens in the oil still, other than the seasoning getting a little bit toasted and dark most of the time in the oil. But if you want something to taste like one of those chips I listed, you either have to make your own seasoning that you sprinkle on at the end, or just grind them up, sprinkle that stuff on at the end. But maybe there will be one more method added to that list today, because this one started with steeping a whole bunch of the chips in the milk that we use to cook the pasta. I, for one, have never seen this done. I will let you know if it's worthwhile. But outside of that, the rest of this comes together exactly as you would imagine. You make your mac and cheese, freeze it, and chop it into your triangles. Coat them all in your flour, eggs, and crushed up Doritos, and then fry them in 350-degree oil for about 4 or 5 minutes. But yeah, there's not much else to say about this one, other than the fact that I wish Doritos sold their seasoning mixes separate. Imagine how hard that Cool Ranch would slap on so many foods. I will say, the cross-section of the one I busted open looked absolutely phenomenal, so I just stacked some of them up, and it is time to see how these stack up. I don't understand how it's still 95 degrees outside. I need fall to get here. I need to stop my forehead from glistening. I can't tell if these look good or bad. I don't know. They're evenly browned, but I feel like they could use a garnish or something. The triangles are very pleasing to look at. These are great. They are super crispy, extremely cheesy. There's a good ratio of cheese sauce to pasta in there. They're well seasoned. That extra little sprinkling of salt definitely helps. And there's no astringent cream cheese taste. And the Dorito flavor comes through way more than most things, most fried things. But it still doesn't fully taste like biting into a chip and give you the same experience. So, I just remembered I had this from a couple videos ago. It's not nacho cheese flavored, I understand, but it's a chip flavor. I still think they should make and sell seasonings for every popular chip that's out there. I'd buy them all. That's good. Regardless, it is a huge upgrade over every other fried food based on a popular chip flavor, so give these a shot. But now, we have finally reached what we've all been waiting for. And last, but probably mostly, is this incredible looking jerk chicken mac and cheese. Honestly, when I found out that this place in the video was less than an hour from my house, I almost jumped in the car and went. But I held off, and thank God I'm finally getting the chance to make it. I grabbed some whole milk and large elbows, some butter and jerk sauce, soy sauce and chicken thighs, mayo, sugar, sour cream and allspice, neutral oil and black pepper, mozzarella and cheddar cheese, flour, brown sugar, a lemon, salt and pepper, some white vinegar, some Jamaican peppers, and then fresh green onions, thyme, and parsley. Step 1 on the to-do list for these is to whip up the marinade that we're gonna mix with the chicken and let it sit in the fridge at least overnight, if not a day or two. That marinade, of course, starting with some garlic cloves that I did forget to show you in the last shot, but also being combined with some allspice and black pepper, lots of those Jamaican hot peppers, the scallions, the thyme, salt and pepper, the oil, brown sugar, and a splash of soy sauce. Now, this is Babish's recipe for his jerk chicken. I'll leave the link down in the description. And the reason I pulled from his recipe is because obviously the video I've been showing you isn't an actual recipe. It's just like a video based on a menu item in a restaurant that you can go purchase. So this is gonna be a hodgepodge of different recipes thrown together. And I wanted to pick a middle-of-the-road jerk chicken recipe, something that is somewhat authentic with some of the components, but not fully, because some of those recipes I was seeing take upwards of 3 days. They involve breaking down entire chickens, so ain't nobody got time for that right now. And then over to the mac and cheese, of which I wanted to throw a little concoction together. I should be able to handle that by now. So I started by making a roux, slowly adding in my cold whole milk to prevent any lumping, and then just shredding up equal parts of the mozzarella and cheddar, slowly sprinkling those in. If you've got other leftover cheeses in your fridge, by all means go for it. Maybe a little bit of Parm, Gruyere, Gouda. I will say, the cheddar and mozzarella are a good base to have. It's a good starting point of flavor, color, meltiness, and of course, once your noodles are cooked up, I transfer them over to the sauce. Not worrying about if I got a few splashes of the cooking water. If anything, that's a good thing. And I know it looks a little bit watery now, but as this thing sits and cools and the noodles absorb some more of that water, it should thicken up pretty nicely. And all that was left to do now was to plate up your delicious looking pasta and chicken, load on your 2 sauces. Are you kidding? It was going too well, I guess, but I don't feel like redoing this plate, so this is what it's gonna be. God damn it. This was about to look so good. That squeeze bottle has screwed me in the past. I forgot what video it was. Somebody go find it. Needless to say, it has now been thrown in the garbage because look how good that would have looked. Holy shit, is this incredible. If you isolated that macaroni alone, it would be the best one of the day. That sauce is so good. But with the combination of that super juicy and spicy chicken, the sauces on there, this has unlocked some godly combination. This needs to be popular, this needs to be everywhere. Unless it is, I've never seen it. Chicken thigh is so damn good too. It's so much better than breasts. I don't know why they're not the most popular, but they stay juicy, they absorb so much flavor. Saucy accident aside, this is one of the best things I've eaten in a very long time. Even if you can make a portion of this, do it, but if you can swing the whole thing, this was a spiritual experience, so find a way to do it.
With the M without the AD. Flipping burgers and my money super lazy. Try and make a meal tonight, they ain't paying me. Try and supersize my life with my A-team. Yeah, our style wasn't wavy, but we had a vision.